Minus their young superstar, hoping for a few rewards for hard work. Anders Nilsson starts for Edmonton. His 4 wins this season against New Jersey, Anaheim, Philadelphia, and Vancouver. And at the other end, Jeff Zatkoff starts for Pittsburgh. He stopped 28 of 29 shots in a win earlier this season against the Oilers. Talk about guys on a roll. This man is 8 points over the last 5 games as the Penguins, amidst rumors of dissension, and I stress they are just rumors, are trying to get things rolling. Paul Romanuk along with Mike Johnson, who is down at ice level. Gene Principe also along tonight. Great to have you with us, Mike. I'm envious. I'm 7 stories up here in the broadcast booth. You have a much better view down there.
Best seat in the house, right at ice level, to watch these two teams that can skate.
All right, well, I'll watch the dots chase the puck around, but here we go. Bain sends it up around the board. It's going to bounce around over there. Trying to get it out is Draisaitl. It's Draisaitl with Hall and Purcell starting out there for Edmonton. A little bit of a juggle around in the lines as Everly gets dropped down from the top line.
Audacity window, recording, settings window, get help.
Starting out there.
More breadcrumb bar item. System 2 of 12. Input devices group. Microphone button 1 of 2. Get help.
Coaches don't change lines without an express reason.
Desiree search system 2 of more breadcrumb output devices group. Properties. Speed check for driver updates. Audacity recording like 47. 32%. 30%.
Lots of ice time to work his way off the shoulder.
25%.
Now it's not about excuses or rust. It's about performing and production. Everly being sent the message tonight.
And now it's Nugent Hopkins with Pouliot and Pakarinen. So he comes down. Last night in the game, Hendricks was out on this line with Ryan Nugent Hopkins and Pouliot.
Lots of responsibility for Nugent Hopkins to help push the offensive game for Pouliot and Pakarinen, 2 guys who don't really create it on their own.
Yeah, Pouliot doesn't create as much, but he is consistent, if nothing else. I think of how well he stepped into the top line last year when the Oilers ran into injury problems.
He can play with good players because he can take the game well enough, as evidenced by success when he was playing with McDavid as well.
Both these teams played last night. Both these teams lost in overtime last night. And the Oilers have struggled mightily in 1-goal games, and also in games in which they don't score first. Now that's hardly breaking news. Most teams don't play as well when they're chasing the game, but it's really been a problem for Edmonton in particular, and that makes sense. They're in 30th place overall heading into this game. Down in the corner, Malkin tries to poke it around back of the net. Knocked down there by Davidson. He can't get it out. Kessel gets it down low. Kessel for Perron. You talk about juggling lines. That puck bounces in, steered away. Penguins have juggled theirs around as well, trying to find a home for Phil Kessel where he will be comfortable. Back the other way comes Draisaitl. He got it in. Puck comes back to Hall. Shoots it in. Rebound comes up. Hall with a chance. Draisaitl.
Recording level. Slider in.
Shoots it in. Rebound comes up. Hall with a chance. Scores. Draisaitl. Scores.
Volume 2000.
Leon Draisaitl gets the Oilers on the board. Leon Draisaitl gets the Oilers.
Deep and tired, almost becomes a 4-on-2. But once Draisaitl drives the middle gap, pushes pull back, then stops to the front of that Taylor Hall. 1 shot, 2 shot, and Draisaitl there to tuck it in. But good job and habits by Hall to put that puck where it can make a rebound out in front of Draisaitl, and Draisaitl willingness to stop, hang out in front, that big body, quick stick, tapping it home. And those two who were so hot since Draisaitl's recall for the American League get their first point in 4 games.
Draisaitl's 8th goal of the year, 18th point of the year. He is second on the team in scoring to his line mate, Taylor Hall.
And he has really been a revelation for the Oilers because the Oilers have had a long string of talented offensive centermen, but they have not been able to find a big guy who can play with their top players and handle the other top centermen in the Western Conference. And Draisaitl is showing right now early on that he has the makers to be able to do just that.
Puck rolls, and it
finds its rival as the Oilers, a team that...
It was quite a game. I had a chance to watch most of it. Evgeny Malkin got in a fight. First fighting major of his career. Here's Crosby. And Sid twisting and turning there in the corner, looks towards the front, tried to get it out. He had Hornqvist going towards the front of the net. And the puck steered back down as Zatkov lets it cruise by.
Cost Brandon Dubinsky one game suspension for a game.
Pittsburgh Penguins.
He's saying he's not so much. You play the back of the head, it must be needs to go to
consecutive point scoring 4 games. They come over here to Scuderi. Sneaks it around back to the goal. Bennett trying to get it out towards the front. Looking down there is Bonino. It comes to him. Bonino looking around. Plays it back. Scuderi works it across. Puck punched in just wide. Bennett trying to get it down in front. Bonino up there as well. Bonino gets it around back. Bo Bennett plays it all the way back to the blue line. Letang looking for a bit of room. Trying to find some in the corner. One-handed it up around back, and the net puck came back out in front. And Bonino not quite able to handle it, but he's got it now. Works it back there. Scuderi gets it over. Letang rifles one. That was knocked away. Letang will hop over to pick it up. Moves in deep. Gets it back in the net. And some anticipation starting to build in the crowd a little bit there with some of that pressure. Everly gets out to center and then gets bulldozed in along the boards, and that rush halted. Edmonton getting in a change, and Pittsburgh tweaking the line as well.
Give Kunis a bit of credit there. He saw the door was open. He could have run Everly maybe into the open gate like Oli Mata had happened to him, and he elected to hold up and just slide him along to not cause an injury. So occasionally guys do the right thing and not always take a run at guys that might be vulnerable. That whole sequence in the offensive zone for Pittsburgh starts with Jordan Everly right here. You got to get the blue line or the red line. You got to move your feet, take the hit. You can't just shovel it down for an icing. Now you play another 45 seconds your own end. Here's the one, doors open right there. They lay up on him, but he gets the red line. He takes the hit, makes the correct play. Had he done that the first time, could have saved his team a minute in their own end.
Draisaitl with some help gets the puck back to the blue line. Sekera fires it up around back of the net. Knocked down there by Scuderi. Gets it up ahead, and here comes Malkin. Long pass up ahead. Scooting after it there is Kessel. Couldn't get there, and the faceoff will go back.
A big challenge for Draisaitl. We already saw him score his first goal, but if he's going to be matched up against Evgeny Malkin, this is exactly the kind of player that the Edmonton Oilers have needed a centerman to play against. And another big, dominant, offensively gifted centerman, that's exactly what Evgeny Malkin is. And can Draisaitl control him on the defensive side of things, but also take advantage of his offensive inclination by going the other way like he did on his goal?
Draisaitl wins the draw, and that's something that we should touch on. Malkin has really struggled on faceoffs, which has to be considered a bit of a surprise. We'll touch on that in a moment. Puck pushed up towards the top of the slot. Kessel up there, misfired. Trying to get it back out in front of the net. Kessel in the corner. Puck comes back. And rattled in there by Ben Lovejoy. Puck down low. Aaron looking for it. Puck comes back out. Kessel just misfired there. Lovejoy fires it up. Kessel back in the net, trying to get it out towards the front of the net. Malkin couldn't get there. Hall up ahead to Draisaitl. And he will just lock it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Dumoulin plays it up ahead. Pass flashing across there for Eric Fair. Couldn't catch up to it. Puck steered up. Cullen hesitating a little bit there at the blue line, and the play offside.
A new name, a new face for the Edmonton Oilers making his NHL debut. Jujhar Khaira just called up, playing in his first game, gets his first shift. And third rounder from a few years ago, just 21 years old, big guy, not a huge offensive producer, but plays with energy, plays physically, and hopefully plays responsibly enough. But nice moment for him. Get his first shift out of the way. Welcome to the NHL, and good luck playing against Crosby and Malkin and the boys. Challenge for your first one.
7 points in 16 games with Bakersfield in the American Hockey League. Puck tapped around. Glendening trying to get to it. Puck comes out. Pouliot snaps one. He didn't miss by much. Oilers with a 1-0 lead. Draisaitl scoring his 8th of the year. 202. Picking up an assist.
His 6th goal in 3 games.
Purcell picking up the other assist. This is Ian Cole. Ian Cole, long pass up on the wing for Hornqvist. Fires it up and around the boards. Tapped by Andrej Sekera. Korpikoski looking for it and having a little bit of trouble getting bulldog there along the boards. Close quarters. Korpikoski working at it and getting some support there from Sekera. Puck comes back towards the blue line. Whipped in and grabbed Nilsson. 13:28 to go in the first period. One goal in the game. Draisaitl getting it for the Oilers as they grab the lead.
Well, smart to do that. He's not.
It just doesn't make sense when you see how he struggles at faceoffs.
Well, it tells you that he's not really committed to being good at them, because look at the effort here, just kind of waves at it, doesn't really dig in. What do you need to be successful at faceoffs? Experience, he's got it. Size and strength, got it. Skills and smarts, got it. Take him on the power play, not in the penalty kill. He's got that too, and yet he's down at 43%. Well, you saw by the effort there, in many ways, faceoffs are a battle of wills and determination, and he's just not willing to engage in that little fight every game.
This is Kunitz looking around for a bit of room, gets it up around for Bennett. Oh, and you went down the tick list of the tools you need to be good at faceoffs, and
there's no reason for him not to be, other than he just doesn't really worry about it that much.
Shifting in over the line, Teddy Purcell trying to fire it in, works it all the way back. And that one missing the target. Chipped up towards the corner. Hall looking for it. Taylor Hall lost it, stepping in. Bonino gets a shot, bounced one wide. Kind of a greasy play, and the puck just skipping through the blue and wide of the net. Back the other way, Nugent Hopkins, here he comes, right to the net. And takes out
this Scuderi, and it's going to be Scuderi for the trip as Nugent Hopkins crashed into Sadkoff. But this is not really even on Rob Scuderi. This is a change that puts him into such a tough spot. Scuderi has to step off the bench with Nugent Hopkins full. Here comes Nugent Hopkins, full head of steam. There goes Scuderi stepping on. He's got no gap and no speed. He's standing still, and there's no way anyone is going to be able to turn and pivot with Nugent Hopkins skating that fast. And you see the change take place right in front of him. Nugent Hopkins sees that, recognizes, head down, take him wide, don't worry about a move, force him to turn. He can't. And the Oilers go to the power play. Good recognition by Nugent Hopkins.
The Oilers heading into this game tied for 12th in the NHL on the power play and tied for 11th on the power play on the road. Scores! 11th on the power play on the road. Scores! Andre scores! The road. Scores!
Scores!
Andre
Connor McDavid!
0% for the score.
What a goal!
I think that caught something the way you
And
hear
he has
tick
a 10th goal.
I think that caught something the way you hear tick something on the way in.
And that took 5 seconds into the power play.
And we just talked about the little battle of the face-off. Well, I'll tell you one guy it is important to is Mark Letestu. On the power play, digs in, beats Matt Cullen, kicks it back to Sekera, and I think it catches Korpikoski. Celebration, I agree. It tells me he thinks he got a piece of it as well. Clean win, not wasting any time, get it down to the front of the net. And I'm pretty sure Korpikoski.
I'm not sure.
It's a tough one. I thought I heard a tick on the way in. I just asked him. He told me he got it. So there you go. Korpikoski got it.
That's why we have you down between the benches. You're not going to get much more of a definitive statement than that. Stepping in, Letang backs it up. Oilers able to control. So they haven't made the official announcement in the building yet. This is Kessel looking. Says a wrist shot in and wobbled there to Malkin. Fights off a couple of players. Look at Malkin. Here's a shot fired in. Letang had a good look. Pressure here from Pittsburgh. Malkin fired one. Up battling after it. Perron gets it up around. Malkin works it back. Letang. Malkin slides it up there. Kessel. Malkin. Look at him slide towards the corner. Malkin still with it. Gets it out in front. Puck fired. Point blank. And stopped and held. David Perron with a good chance. What a shift from Yevgeny Malkin.
putting on a clinic in the offensive zone, trying to respond to this goal that I'm claiming, and he's claiming to be by Lori Korpikoski, who's at the power play, get the front of the net, and through all those maze of bodies, I think he just gets a piece of it. And then after that, it's all Pittsburgh. Nugent Hopkins cannot out-muscle Malkin, kicks it out to David Perron, and multiple good looks. Maybe the best one by Chris Letang, who missed the net.
Wheeling up there now is Anton Lander, fired it in. So a 2-0 lead for the Oilers. This is Crosby. Ian Cole. Long pass up, and Sid just in one step ahead, offside.
The best thing since rotisserie chicken is at Swiss Chalet. Nothing else is Swiss.
Sidney Crosby on a 4-game point scoring streak heading
at injuries, concussions, anything that gets up there near him.
To his aware after heading into this game, checked to the back of the head last night.
Tell that to his neck.
Yeah, fair point.
And of course, with his history of head injuries, concussions, anything that gets up there near him, cause for concern?
Well, missed pretty much all of 2010, 11, and 11 and 12 with post-concussion syndrome. So you've got the antenna up for any hit up near the head with Sidney Crosby. Puck comes back, pumped in towards the net by Lovejoy. Rebound comes out, and they can't get the rebound on net. Bennett, Lovejoy fires one in, that rattles towards the corner. Trying to wrap it around there is Kunitz. Lovejoy will get another chance here to tap it back in deep. Pittsburgh trying to turn on some pressure. Kunitz up looking for it. Lovejoy shoots, and that one skips wide of the net. There's Kunitz trying to get a stick on it. Oilers able to settle things down. Hall plays it back. Nurse moves it up and around. Back to Hall. Back to Darnell Nurse. Tipped down by Letestu. Scuderi. They still have not announced that goal, by the way, in the building.
I heard them just say Secker on the PA speaker call, but as usual, I like to disagree with the PA system and go with Korpikoski.
Okay, so yeah, I stand corrected. Sorry, they did. It is Sekera officially getting it from Nugent Hopkins and Letestu on the power play. 2-0 Oilers lead.
You've been listening, Mike and Paul, considering how they started this game.
Here comes Kessel, zips a wrist shot in, and that is grabbed in held by Nielsen. The team in last place, as you just pointed out, and unfortunately they have been ensconced in 30th overall. The only team worse, and I must mention a lot worse, Buffalo. Since the start of the 2012-13 season, days spent in 30th place. And it's sort of Buffalo, Edmonton, and then everybody else.
I will say this team feels different, and or at least they did when
puck down in front, Malkin trying to will that puck in, and Nilsson with some help in a goal line stand. Sorry, Mike.
I was right on the goal line for Malkin. He has come out to play again tonight. We'll have a handful of this line.
There's Malkin again. Yeah, this line has been reeling. The best one for Pittsburgh so far, and here they are again. Malkin dancing along the boards. Tips it up there for Pascal Dupuis. Gets it down low in the corner. Puck comes out. Malkin, he's there again, but couldn't get a shot away that time. And this is Pouliot, and he will clear it in.
What I was saying is that this team felt different when McDavid was healthy. They're playing a better style of hockey, structurally more sound. They just need some goaltending. They get some of that, then they'll be in better stead. But right now, they got their hands full with Evgeny Malkin, who has come out to play. Win a faceoff, even against Nugent Hopkins, but battle in front of the net, and they can't quite get this one far enough wide, even though he's getting checked by fellow players. This one, you know, he's having fun. Little stop up, through my legs, slam on the brakes. He gets in these modes where he's having so much fun and has the puck so often. It's shitty for him, and he's so dangerous, and he starts feeling that way.
Hornquist worked it up ahead. Crosby drifting towards the front of the net. Coming up there looking for it. Hornquist takes a whack at it, but Draisaitl back for the Oilers. Draisaitl with a goal for Edmonton tonight. Gets it up to Hall, coming over to try to help out. But things settle down, and Crosby nips it up there along the right side, and Pascal Dupuis not able to wheel it in. And the face-off will go back. The Sportsnet Magazine Special Edition Year in Sport is on newsstands now. Perfect stocking filler for the sports fan in your life this Christmas season. And they will line up and drop the puck over again. I love your point about Malkin when he looks like he's having fun.
And he gets creative what some players would be considered low percentage plays if I were to attempt them, but for him, that's just part of his game when he's flowing, and he is already in this first period.
Here comes Dupuis. Long shot down. Nielsen stops that. And Pittsburgh going to change. Davis moves it up. Trying to get up there. Third is Jordan Eberle. Works it back. Davison moves it up. Korpikoski looking for it. And the puck chipped off the boards and down. Coming hard after it is Plotnikov, but that will be another icing call.
And so a lot have been made of Sidney Crosby struggling this year offensively. And this is the kind of year it's been. So he tries to get into the play, puck goes back right through him. Now it's a clean 3-on-2, and he's back checking, and his line's giving up a chance against. Has to work all the way back down. Play gets broken up. He gets the puck on the half wall, and he ices it. It's just unlike him what we're seeing too often in his game this year. Even though he's played better as of late, it just has sequences where that's stuff you're not used to seeing.
Fired in by Klefbom, just missed the mark off that face-off. Yeah, to equal his point total from last year, he would have to score at a 1.12 point per game clip the rest of the year. Puck comes to Fair, fires a shot, it comes up and around and out. Cole. Ian Cole, long wrist shot. Nilsson grabs that and drops it off. Oscar Klefbom. Over, the puck cleared up, and just out to center, just drifted by Nick Bonino outside the blue line there. Kara locked it in his skates, taking his second NHL shift, and he had a seat on the bench. Letang. Puck cleared in, Sakra. Works it up and around. Puck comes back. And Nugent Hopkins will start off. On the way, takes a look to his left and right and comes in over the blue line. Nugent Hopkins still with it. Tried to fire a shot through. Picked up here by Nurse. Trying to wrap it around. Got it out right up to the slot. And back the other way. Pass comes up from Kunitz. And Kessel is up there offside. 5:59 to go in the first period. Oilers lead 2-0. This is Hockey Night in Canada from Pittsburgh. Tomorrow, we haven't seen it so far tonight, but we've seen signs the last few games that Crosby's getting back on track, Mike, like that 9 shots on goal against St. Louis.
Whether you're the best player in the world or just an average one, when you're struggling, you got to get pucks in the net. And when Sidney Crosby put up 9 shots against St. Louis, of course he had the 2 goals, feeling a little bit better about himself, but he found himself around the net or around the puck, and that's what he has to do to be successful. Now, he did not wear a helmet before that game. He scored 2. Couldn't score the next game, so after that he put his helmet back on. And it's come to that for a player as great as Sidney Crosby, looking for anything to change up his run.
Here comes Malkin, moving in, dangling, waiting, shooting, and he stopped. Oh, Malkin right in there, and he can't believe it either.
All kinds of time as he tracks down this rolling puck. And it's a 2-on-1. Davidson can't get over and cover. Kessel on the back door. And he just waits, but Kessel flies by. The back check eventually catches up. And Nilsson able to get down and get big and squeeze that arm tight to the body. But again, it's Malkin. Dangerous.
He has been the best player on the ice tonight for Pittsburgh by far. Hall. Little stutter step there, lost it. Here he is again. Malkin back to Kessel, and then had it nudged off his stick. Good play there by Klefbom. Back the other way. Draisaitl going towards the net. Here's Hall moving in. Shoots. That's knocked away. Down into the corner. Draisaitl up looking for it. Front row seat for you. And Draisaitl just lost its balance. Puck played up and ahead. Cleared in there by Dumoulin. Klefbom moves it up. Kopitarski, who still has not been given official credit for that goal yet, although we're pretty convinced he did redirect it.
He'll get it eventually. I'm confident.
Right now it's still Sekera.
Sorry, Andre. You're losing it.
Puck pushed in there by Crosby. Dupuis up after it. Hornqvist swooping over there. Number 72 couldn't get it. Puck down in front. Crosby, though, being marked very closely there in front of the goal by Darnell Nurse. Puck back out. Letang with a shot. Hornqvist tipped it into the corner. Dupuis stepping into his man. Puck comes back. Hornqvist at the line, not able to keep it in.
The Oilers have had 3 or 4 clean 3-on-2s the length of the ice in this first period. They've executed them pretty well. Turnover here, the wrong guy in Malkin, but then a good stick from Klefbom. He cues the 3-on-2, and a nice job of recognition and call by Taylor Hall. They get the puck here from Teddy Purcell, and a pretty good chance on the wrister. And that's the Penguins getting caught in too deep on turnovers, leading the Oilers to transition.
Sacco was mashed in the corner there by Bennett. Puck flipped up and Kopitarski gets it out. Bonino played it ahead. Kunis. Up there for Bennett. Back of the goal. Locking horns with Schultz. Schultz back into the lineup tonight after missing 14 games with a back injury. Puck rolls precariously right through the blue paint. Long pass way up ahead there was intended for Anton Lander, but it'll be called back.
I'm Pablo. My name's Tyrone. I'm Uniqua.
The 2016 NBA All-Star Weekend coming to Toronto for the first time in history. Sportsnet all over the coverage from February the 12th to 14th. Sportsnet is your home for the 2016
Complimentary compliment.
NBA
Going back.
All-Star Weekend.
0% verdict.
Chris Kunis leads the Penguins in hits, and
YouTube video.
one puck optional sometimes, and he buries that Hendricks.
0% verdict.
Has to take the hit and get the puck to the boards.
Goals scored in large hockey arenas.
Not scoring like he once did, but still
EDC.ca. My ad center. Skip button.
his game has fallen off pretty precipitously.
YouTube video player.
3 goals, no assists. On
Current
the year
value
for
0
Chris
minimum.
Kunitz, the guy
YouTube
who
video
played
player
in
group.
Olympics, played with
Loop
Sidney
menu item
Crosby.
check. Loop menu item check.
You love
Check.
the
Goals.
effort, you love the physicality, but
Banner guide
lost
button.
a step playing a
Guide
different
button.
role now.
YouTube.
No longer the
Sign in.
offensive contributor that he
YouTube video
was.
player group. YouTube.
6 20-plus goal seasons.
0% vertically scroll.
As well as a host of other accomplishments, and I touched on a couple of them. Perron gets it up. Here's Malkin. Malkin dangling there. Pouliot was away up the middle if they could have gotten the puck to him. Pakarinen back there for Mark Fane. Mark Fane again with it. Up for Nugent Hopkins, steps in. Pouliot with him, he dishes to him. Pouliot, rising shot, batted away by Zatkov. Pouliot hanging back by the circle. Now he'll step up along the boards trying to dig the puck loose. That's Matt Cullen, who's able to get it out to Letang. Kessel shifting in over the line. Passed it across. And the puck comes in and is grabbed and held there by Nilsson.
I think the Oilers are going to be short-handed here as they're going to pick up a penalty. Prior to that, though, Benoit Pouliot can really shoot it. Watch the knob of Zatkov's stick. That is a little help from the top part of his stick to turn that one aside. And right after that, Benoit Pouliot gets caught reaching behind the goal line, tripping up Matt Cullen. And now Pittsburgh goes to the power play. You got to be so careful with your sticks when you're chasing and you're reaching, especially in the offensive zone. Pouliot goes to the power play for being a little bit careless.
They have only 13 power play goals this year. That's 24th ranked power play in the NHL. Which is a little stunning, don't you think, on a team that has Sidney Crosby, Malkin, Kessel. Puck slicked up right on and grabbed and held by Nilsson.
It is, Paul, but they've gotten much better as of late. They were generating chances and not scoring early. They've now got a power play going 5 straight games, and they get their opportunity for this one because there you see a little hook on the leg of Cullen that puts Cooley off the box. But you're right, there's too many good players to be anywhere near the bottom third of the league in power play production.
Well, certainly 2 of those 3 names I just rhymed off, Malkin and Crosby, have all but guaranteed Hall of Fame status. Puck moved up there by Letang. Puck fired towards the front. Crosby lurking down at the corner now. Kessel with it. Looks around. Kessel, Malkin's on the weak side. They tried to get it over to him. That was Crosby with the intended pass. Letang over there to get it. Up for Malkin. Crosby's down low. They play a little catch. Here's Crosby looking. Malkin. Kessel trying to sneak in the back door. And the play falls apart, and the puck clears down the ice. 1 minute to go in the power play. 1:32 to go in this first period. Long pass up to Malkin. He just tips it to the blue line, and hustling back there to get to it and send it back the other way is Klefbom.
And you see some of the new formation they're working through. Crosby down more to the front of the net, side of the net. A little miscommunication with Malkin, and Crosby turns it over after they have the tired Oilers group out there killing. And it's a pretty animated conversation right now on the Pittsburgh bench between the forward group on the power play and what they're looking to do.
Dumoulin gets it up and ahead. Bennett comes in, waiting. Bennett looks around, looks back again. Now he goes back to the blue line. Dumoulin almost turning it over there. That was Pakarinen who was watching at the blue line, almost the recipient of the giveaway. 10 seconds to go in the power play for the Penguins. Inside the final 40 seconds of this opening period. Shifting in over the blue line was Kunitz, and the play is offside. And a scattering of boos at the end of the power play.
And here you see Sidney Crosby. He's been down more around the front of the net as of late. And it's been better for him and the power play, but misreads this one by Malkin. They turn it over, go the other way. And now it's Hornquist and Crosby for about 30 seconds there. Back and forth they go, and you can see them. And this is okay. This is not to suggest there's a massive amount of negativity, although that has been reported in Pittsburgh. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to argue and scream and yell and swear. As long as you work through whatever you're talking about so that next time you get out there, you're on the same page. That's okay. That can be healthy as long as it doesn't fester and can be productive. So we'll see how that translates into the next time they get out there on the power play.
Only 1 shot on goal during that power play for Pittsburgh. Everly trying to move it up inside the final 15 seconds of this period. And Fair coming up looking for it, couldn't get to it. Taylor Hall back the other way. And just passing it across, puck just batted in over the blue line. And it's going to be an offside, and Draisaitl coming over as the crowd gathers, and that was Letestu in the middle of things. Pardon me, Darnell Nurse in the middle of things. 0.1 seconds to go in this first period. First intermission coming up, and Coach's Corner. Don Cherry, Ron McLean. That's coming up in intermission number 1. Shots on goal in the first period, 14 for the Penguins, 13 for the Oilers. The Oilers lead by a score of 2-0. We get set to start things off in this second period, and it's Crosby, Dupuis, and Hornquist starting things off for Pittsburgh against Draisaitl, Hall,
with a 2-0
and Russell. And away we go in period number 2, and good news for the Oilers with a 2-0 lead, a situation they've not found themselves in very often on the road where they have struggled.
This league, it's your success. If you score the first goal, you're going to win about 7 out of 10 games. Play with the lead, get up by 2. It's really a 3-goal lead. You get 3, you win. You give up 3, you're likely to lose. And so to be up 2 after 1 on the road puts them in a good spot. And as I mentioned, when they've struggled the last year plus.
Third worst record on the road in terms of win percentage in the league going back to the start of last season.
And when you're going back-to-back, as both these teams are, getting off to that early start, gets the legs going, gets the body rolling a little bit, and Draisaitl gets the Oilers on the board early. Then this power play goal, which we are giving to Laurie Korpikoski for that tip right there, although they have yet to change it. Officially gave the Oilers their 2-0 lead, which they have played pretty good first period throughout.
Puck moved up ahead. Hornquist was trying to step towards the middle lane there, but headed off at the pass by Mark Fane. And the puck flipped out by Hall. Yes, on the Mike Johnson official tally, Korpikoski gets the goal, but the league has not fallen into line yet.
I'm sure they will eventually. And we're joking, Korpikoski needs all the help he can get. He can't afford to give any away.
Oh, pocket pin. There he is again. Malkin scores! What a goal! But the yes, on the Mike Johnson official tally, Korpikoski gets the goal, but the league has not fallen. Johnson official tally, Korpikoski gets the goal, but the league has not fallen into line yet.
I'm sure they will eventually. And we're joking, Korpikoski needs all the help he can get. He can't afford to give any away.
Oh, pocket pin. Fallen into line yet.
I'm sure they will eventually. And we're joking, Korpikoski needs all the help he can get. He can't afford to give any away.
Oh, pocket pin. There he is again. Malkin's line yet. Malkin. Kessel was up there lurking, looking for it. Unassisted goal from Malkin, his 10th of the year, 48 seconds into period number 2.
And we said it, when he gets rolling like this, when he has moments in games like this, he is as good as anybody in the league and could do it individually like he just did.
Bonino dropped the shoulder, tried to protect the puck and wasn't able to protect it there from Nurse, who was watching him closely. Darnell Nurse gets there for the Oilers. And able to pierce the zone and get it to the neutral zone. Puck now pushed in. Korpikoski up after it. He's smothered there along the boards, nowhere to go. Puck comes up here to Kunitz. He trips it over and then goes back for it. And wasn't able to get his stick on the return favor. Fired up there by Schultz. Adam Glendening. Over to Ian Cole. Back for Glendening. Up crisply onto the stick of Platnikov. Trying to come in. Pocket pick there by Davidson. He moves it up and ahead. And here come the Oilers. Puck drifted in there. Hustling up after it. Kara. This is Lander. Hendricks after it. Kara skating after his man, but the puck cleared out. Platnikov. And up there, back to the net. Bear gets it back out. Dumoulin bouncing it up off the boards. Platnikov being watched there. Klefbom dumped him. The Oilers are going to take a penalty. And Pittsburgh will get a chance on the power play.
This pairing has had trouble tonight. Both Fane and Klefbom reaching, tugging, and I think it's going to go Fane prior to that trip. Though, his little hook on the hands of Platnikov that sends Fane to the box, not Klefbom. And so we'll see what Pittsburgh can do now on the power play. Crowd's got a little life in it. You know, Malkin's got his legs going. And after that conversation we saw on the bench, have they found themselves on the same page here on the power play?
Penguins' power play overall this year has been lacking, but they have goals in their last 5 games. Scores, make it 6, Malkin again. Tied for
now since
Italy, and being watched there. Klefbom dumped him. The Oilers are going to.
This pairing has had trouble tonight.
Platnikov.
Conversation we
goals in their last 5 games. Scores, make it 6, Malkin again.
Remember the game.
the second, and we're tied.
Pittsburgh sees Edmonton do that, get the puck back to the point, gets the bodies in front. And once Malkin reloads on this one, gets his head up, Davidson can't react and get back to the shooting lane. And then he picks a spot right over Davidson's leg, and Nielsen's nowhere even close to this one as he blows it by a blocker side. And you gotta respect the tank because he can shoot it. But then Malkin head up, get it by the shot blocker. Such a difficult read for the goaltender, and just like that, Malkin 2, Oilers 2.
Stepping in over the line, Dupuis. To Crosby, back up for Dupuis. And now a power play goal in each of the last 6 games for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Sometimes you need your top players to step in when your team's not doing exactly what they want, and that's what Evgeny Malkin has done tonight. We noticed right from the first shift, he had the puck on a string, he was around the net, he was controlling it, playing keep away, he was playing shinny at times, and then, are you kidding me with this backhand goal for his first, a little bit more stock issue for his second. Just like that, Malkin's even things up for his team.
10 points in the last 5+ games for Malkin, and he is rolling tonight. Let's see if the Oilers can steady themselves. They had a 2-0 lead. We're playing well in that first period. See if they can steady the ship and get back on course. Lovejoy fires one up. Crosby will pick it up. Oilers certainly scrambling right now. They're on the back foot. Dumoulin up there deep, looking around. Trying to flash it towards the front of the net, and it comes to Nielsen, who will cover it up.
You've got the Oilers bench yelling, hold it, to Nielsen. They want to slow things down because the Malkin Express is rolling. And look what he's done now. Not quite 6 full games. 7 goals, 3 assists, game winners, power play, you name it. And a fight, no less, last game. He's padded the stats in all categories as he has really been a difference maker. And those 6 games coincide with him calling out his dressing room after a tough New Jersey loss.
As he got in the fight,
not quite all the Oilers towards yelling, hold it.
0% vertically scroll.
Things down. You've got the Oilers bench yelling, hold it, to Nielsen. They want
trying to flash it towards the front of the net, and it comes to Nielsen, who will cover it up.
You've got the Oilers bench yelling, hold it, to Nielsen. They want to slow things down because the Malkin Express is rolling. And look what he's done now. Not quite 6 full games. 7 goals, 3 assists.
Complimentary YouTube video player.
And a fight, no less, last
0%
game.
vertically scroll.
Stats in all categories as he has really been a difference maker. And those 6 games coincide with him calling out his dressing room after a tough New Jersey loss.
As he got in the fight with Ryan Johansson, the first regular season fighting major he has ever taken. Look at Kessel trying to find some room. Kessel wheeling and dealing along the boards, down for Malkin. He's got 2, fires one in on goal. Nelson knocked that away.
No item in view.
Taps it around back of the net. And controlled by Darnell Nurse, who lugs it back out for the Oilers. Stepping in over the blue line, Nurse comes in, and the play was offside.
0% vertically scroll.
It's Rogers Black Friday Rapid Red event. Enjoy savings for everyone until November 30th. Hurry into a store today.
0% vertically scroll.
And you know Malkin's on his game, not only with what he does with the puck, but what he does to get the puck. And that's what we saw, the strip of Clefbaum and just jump Nurse on that DDD pass. When he's moving his feet without the puck, that's when he's so tough to cover.
And the puck grabbed and held there by Zatkoff.
And the luxury for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and it's a luxury they've had for the last 10 years, is that they have both Malkin and Crosby. And when Crosby's not going, you have the opportunity that Malkin be a difference maker. When Malkin's not going, you have the opportunity for Crosby to be the difference maker. And when they both get going, they have been one of the best teams in the league for a long time.
Adam Glendening not able to get the puck out. This is Kunis. Gets it up ahead. Nick Bonino gets it ahead. Bonino going for the front of the net. He's looking for a return feed. It's going to come up and all the way around. work across. Glendening shoots. Knocked down on the way in. Chris Kunitz after it. Works it up around back of the net. Nick Bonino trying to chase it down. Gordon Everly gets it up and ahead. Oscar Klefbom clears it in. Ian Cole dropped it back. This is Kunitz. Davison with it. Ricochets it there back of the net for Justin Schultz. Plays it up along the boards all the way down. And that is an icing call on the Oilers. And Malkin with 2 goals tonight for Pittsburgh.
If you're going to run a stretch play and you're the forward, and now it's Tujar Kara, who has not had a lot of experience here, you can't post up your side of the red line, because if you tip that puck, it's going to be an icing. You have to get your body at least to the red line so that you have the opportunity to go with the tip place and keep it onside. You've got to press the defensive back a little bit further.
It's into the power play. Evgeny Malkin with a second, and we're tied.
Pittsburgh sees Edmonton do that and get the puck back to the point, gets the bodies in front. And once Malkin reloads on this one, gets his head up, Davidson can't react and get back to the shooting lane. And then he picks a spot right over Davidson's leg, and Nielsen's nowhere even close to this one as he blows it by a blocker side. And you got to respect the tank because he can shoot it. But then Malkin head up, get it by the shot blocker. Such a difficult read for the goaltender, and just like that, Malkin 2, Oilers 2.
Stepping in over the line, Dupuis.
Play graphic.
Scores! Make it 6!
Crosby goal. 5 seconds later.
Seconds into the power play.
The power play
with
goal
a second,
goes.
and we're tied.
Pittsburgh sees Edmonton do that and get the puck back to the point, gets the bodies in front. And once Malkin reloads on this one, gets his head up, Davidson can't react and get back to the shooting lane. And then he picks a spot right over Davidson's leg, and Nielsen's nowhere even close to this one as he blows it by a blocker side. And you got to respect the tank because he can shoot it. But then Malkin head up, get it by the shot blocker. Such a difficult read for the goaltender, and just like that, Malkin 2, Oilers 2.
Stepping in over the line, Dupuis. To Crosby, back up for Dupuis. And now a power play goal in each of the last 6 games for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Sometimes you need your top players to step in when your team's not doing exactly what they want, and that's what Evgeny Malkin has done tonight. We noticed right from the first shift, he had the puck on a string, he was around the net, he was controlling it, playing keep away, he was playing shinny at times, and then, are you kidding me with this backhand goal for his first, a little bit more stock issue for his second. Just like that, Malkin's even things up for his team.
10 points in the last 5+ games for Malkin, and he is rolling tonight. Let's see if the Oilers can steady themselves. They had a 2-0 lead. We're playing well in that first period. See if they can steady the ship and get back on course. Lovejoy fires one up. Crosby will pick it up. Oilers certainly scrambling right now. Fires one up.
10 for his second, and goal for his first, a little bit more stock issue for his second. Just like that, Malkin's even things up for his team.
10 points in the last 5+ games for Malkin, and he is rolling tonight. Let's see if the Oilers can steady themselves. They had a 2-0 lead. We're playing well in that first period. See if they can steady the ship and get back on course. Lovejoy fires one up. Crosby will pick it up. Oilers certainly scrambling right now. They're on the back foot. Dumoulin up there deep, looking around. Trying to flash it towards the front of the net, and it comes to Nielsen, who will cover it up.
You've got the Oilers bench.
Taps it around back.
Next to 1 hours 15 minutes. 1 hour 16 minutes.
These fans, you're catching the game in the U.S. You can share. Stop. Reversal coming.
Poorly.
A shot right in on goal and stopped and held by Zatkov.
That's what the Oilers need to do, is just start reestablishing some offensive zone time territorially and then work on their chances. Teddy Purcell jumps on this loose puck and little toe drag. Gets the puck past the poke check of Dumoulin. Good wrist right on Zatkov, making him make a save here in the second period. Good wrist right on Zatkov, making him make a save here in the second period.
Puck comes back, and that was blocked. Hornqvist stuffing his man there at the blue line, and he'll chase down after the puck. He got there. This is Crosby. Up around back of the net. Sid plays it all the way back to the line. Puck fired there by Lovejoy, wide of the mark. Dupuis going after it. Crosby hanging back. Hornqvist gives it to him. Crosby along the boards. All watching him. Pass comes across in front. That was Dupuis, the intended receiver. And the puck fired up around the boards. Lovejoy at the line. Had to back off. Didn't want to get caught. This is Dupuis. And good stick there by Purcell to knock it down. Gets it in deep enough that the Oilers can get in a chain. Pass up there to Kessel. Taps it down into Edmonton territory. Nielsen parks it there for Mark Payne. Ticking up towards the halfway point of regulation time. This is Payne. A 2-2 game. Oilers with 15 shots on goal. Ticking up towards the halfway portion of regulation. Last night in Detroit, they had 7 shots on goal. Letang gets it up ahead for Kessel. Outlets there for Chris Letang, snaking his way to center and now all the way back. Long pass up and just tipped in. And the Penguins now on a change. Davidson setting the floor. Pass comes up and that's going to go all the way down. And grabbed and held by Zatkov.
Evgeny Malkin wants the puck all over the ice, and one thing to slow him down, get into his body, check him early, don't let him skate away. And right here he wants the puck, and Letang circling around for it, and then eventually they dump it in. Now watch him when he skates off the ice. Keep rolling, the boys. When he looks right down the other end to Chris Letang, said, "Hey, give it to me."
Off the draw, dancing in there was Everly, who tucked it across in front. Nice little burst of speed there from Everly to find some room. Oilers would like to see a lot more of that. And Everly comes back on the play with a nice stick to break up the pass. Bennett comes around. Gets it down low. Kunitz dipping and diving there in the corner, trying to get away from Davidson watching him. Kunitz after it still. Flicked in there by Bo Bennett. Puck up to Jordan Everly. And Everly plays the puck back. And he will head over towards the bench. And that was, for my money, his best shift of the game.
Moving his feet. All good players have to move their feet. He did just that, and then the skill can take over.
Well, at one end, he created a scoring chance, moving his feet, as you mentioned, Mike, and then hustled back the other way to break up a passing play in his own zone. Puck comes up ahead here to Lander. He got in deep. Just got it across towards the front of the goal. Kara after it, plays it back to the blue line. Good job to keep it in there by Nurse, fires it up. Kara plays it back in the net. Hendricks. And then it's broken up. Hendricks back checking there, forcing the turnover. Lander up towards the corner. Glendening tried to control the play, and he did. And the puck is played out. Purcell works it up ahead. Going towards the net is Taylor Hall. Draisaitl got it back. Payne pushes it towards the corner. Draisaitl with it. Back of the net. Draisaitl again to Hall, to Purcell, to Draisaitl. Nice passing. Delayed penalty on Pittsburgh. Puck comes over to Fane. Able to control it. Oilers get the extra attacker out there. And all for naught as the puck is touched there by Plotnikov. And Edmonton will go to work on the power play. Everly hustling back. Wonder if we'll see him on this Oilers power play.
3-3.
All good coaches know to politic a little bit during breaks, and I see Tom McClellan with Steve Miller and talking about stick checking. When can you lift sticks? When can you not? What's a penalty? And he's talking about the icing plays when we have a guy at center ice and they lift our stick and it goes through us. That should not be icing. That's what he's trying to argue. So maybe next time it won't be called one. But after all that.
Adam Glendening in the penalty box, and Edmonton on the power play. They scored 5 seconds into their power play. Their one and only power play in the game back in the first period. And this is Sekera, the man credited with that goal, who worked it across. Puck drifted in just wide. Oilers with the man advantage. Nugent Hopkins here along the boards. Trying to tuck it down around for Pouliot. And Koski up there after it, and the puck popped up and touched the netting, so play whistled down.
Well, the one thing the Penguins should be wary of now is that the Oilers will attack quickly off a one draw. They did it once for a goal by Sekera/Korpikoski, and that last one quickly to Letestu, and he gets a shot. So be ready on the quick rotation on a lost draw to box out, because the Oilers will take it right to the net.
Sekera, the one man back in the draw, and it comes to him. Over to Nugent Hopkins. He looks to Sekera and gets it to him. Sekera, Nugent Hopkins looked down low. Now trying to get in position for a shot. Went down low. Korpikoski tried to spin and tuck it in towards the net. And it didn't quite work out that time. 1:15 to go in the power play for Edmonton. 2-2 hockey game. Pretty good one here in Pittsburgh tonight. Hope you're enjoying it wherever it is you are looking in. Coast to coast on this Saturday night. Puck cleared back. Sekera walks it across the blue line. Looking in. Does he have a shot? Nope. He gets it over to Nugent Hopkins. Back for Sekera. Gets a shot this time. Not much of one, albeit off the skate. But the play kept alive. Sekera's stick disintegrating there. He goes to the bench to get a new one.
Klefbom jumps through. They had too many men on there, and the bench is not happy about it for Pittsburgh.
Pouliot back for Klefbom. Puck coming across for Nugent Hopkins. Bobbling and wobbling around. He gets it up there back to the net. Puck played back out. Klefbom over to Nugent Hopkins. Wrist shot right on. Rebound in front. Pouliot fired it wide. Puck drops down off the board. Letestu has it for Pouliot. Puck comes to Korpikoski. Korpikoski, Letestu, both trying to will that puck loose. And the puck will roll back, and the Penguins able to control and get it out. 10 seconds left in the Edmonton power play. Both teams getting in changes. Klefbom back to pick it up.
Good power play, but that means the number one unit for Edmonton only gets 10 seconds here on their own end, and they're stuck with 4 forwards and now just one defenseman out. Penguins back to 5-on-5. Someone's got to make a change.
Everly gets it up, knocked away. Klefbom. 2 shots on goal during that power play for Edmonton. Klefbom being watched there by Hornquist. And Crosby up there after it now. Chips it up. This is Kunitz. Hornquist back to the blue line. Scuderi flashing it across. Wrist shot comes in towards the front of the net. Knocked down and controlled. Draisaitl just feathers it gingerly off the boards down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Edmonton changing the game. Lovejoy with it here. He's knocked down and along the boards. Puck tucked out, wristed just wide, stepping up after it. Schultz gets it up back in the net. Trying to get that puck loose. Kara got it over there for Lander. Lander and Kara. This is Kara with it. Lander, wrist shot. That is belted down and covered up by Zatkov.
The Oilers on the power play. First unit had the puck in the offensive zone for a better part of 2 minutes. Korpikoski tries to go with this reverse stuff, pulling it backwards and see if he can get it, but a good stick from Cole turns it over. Now Sekera had broken his stick. Watch, he's going for a new stick. Klefbom already jumped out there, so Sekera quickly flies back over the bench, but a little miscommunication there that the Pittsburgh Penguins bench was very aware of, trying to get a call from the referees for too many men.
Puck comes back off the draw, wristed it in, and grabbed and held. Nice wrist shot coming in by Davidson off that face-off, and that was a tester. You're watching a Hockey Night in Canada from Pittsburgh. Tester, you're watching a Hockey Night in Canada from Pittsburgh.
On Sportsnet.
Welcome back. No Connor McDavid, but you will see some Connor McDavid jerseys from his time with Erie. Erie's a couple-hour drive from Pittsburgh. People here as well from Edmonton to watch this game. Two different tour groups, Travel Gurus as well as New West Travel. Now, they set up this trip so they could watch Connor versus Crosby, but all hockey fans, I guess, will have to take their time and wait till next year for that to happen.
It was certainly the matchup that you circled, Pittsburgh and Edmonton, a couple of months ago, but not so much after Connor McDavid's injury. The Oilers 2-6-2 in the absence of Connor McDavid. 6 points. They were 5-8 with him in the lineup in the first 13 games.
And they're down about a half goal a game as well.
Draisaitl steps in, dishes up ahead, wrist shot fired by Davidson. Comes up there to Taylor Hall. Gets it to Davidson, took it off the skate. Good job to save it, albeit just momentarily. Bonino gets it outside of his own blue line. Letang was looking for it. Puck moved up ahead. Draisaitl comes in. Teed it up there for Eberle. Eberle back towards the line. Klefbom fires it in. This is Spain. Puck batted down. Pouliot had it. Misfired. Eberle up there offering support. That was Kunitz who was knocked down, and the puck comes out. This is Spain. Plays it across. Klefbom sings it in. Eberle moving up after it. Nugent Hopkins has the puck, looks around. That went off the skate of Kessel. Klefbom gets it down. Nugent Hopkins with a bit of room. Goes to the front of the net, was looking for the return feed. Back the other way, coming out is Perron. He will clear it in. Perron up there after it. Waiting back at the line is Scuderi. Kessel looks towards him. Kessel still. Now to Scuderi. One-timer. And that was tipped up over the glass. Another play by Klefbom, who got his stick on it. 4:07 to go in the second period. Let's check in with Gene. What's up?
Paul, thanks very much. It's time for the Budweiser Red Light scoreboard. Henrik Lundqvist was not in net for this hockey game in a loss by the New York Rangers, and a tough start for Jonathan Bernier. Has allowed 6 goals within the first 10 minutes of a game. Washington now moving ahead of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Those are the early games, and there's a look at the late ones in a short while.
And speaking of Bernier and the Leafs, the Oilers off to Toronto after this game. They will play the Leafs on Monday night at the Air Canada Centre. And we will have coverage of that game on Sportsnet. Racing up after it, swooping in from a sharp angle was Korpikoski, who let it go. This is Scuderi. Gets it up. Back to Scuderi. Chris Letang fires it down the ice, and that will be an icing call on the Pens.
One thing teams like to do in the offensive zone face-off is flip-flop their winger, so Dupuis goes to the boards as a left-hand shot. So if they happen to get a puck here, it's right on his forehand, and he can release it, looking to go top shelf on Nilsson. Nice play from Crosby, pulling it back to the middle. Hornquist bumping it for Dupuis in stride, and he just misses the target.
Off the face-off, Penguins able to control. Dupuis hustling up after it. Locking up there with Schultz along the boards, and the Oilers able to prevail. Davidson knifes it in. Oilers can't get a forecheck going. Fair plays it up ahead. In over the line. This is Fair looking around. Cullen up there has got it now back in the net. This is Cullen. Twisting, turning. Gets it there for Plotnikov. Sending it out in front, and a swing and a miss from Eric Fair. And the puck down the ice. And a little mix-up there. Glendening and Hendrick exchanging a few words. Mike, you've got a better view than me.
I do. Glendening doing a good job holding that red line we were talking about. Hendricks trying to get it. He did not. He forced the ice, and he didn't like that hit. Followed through up high. Hendricks' little shove in the back of the head. Well, that's good work by Clendenning, forcing the icing by not giving up that red line, holding it tight. And now you have a chance for Malkin to step out against the fourth line of the Oilers, who are a little bit tired, in an offensive zone faceoff.
Mike Johnson right down between the benches. Puck tip towards the corner, and I am up, way up, about 7 stories here in Pittsburgh. You're a good way back. Puck hops outside the line, and fired there by Kara. Oilers will get interchange. Puck up ahead for Kessel, back for Malkin. 2 goals tonight. And play is called, penalty coming up. And it is going to go against Edmonton.
Taylor Hall's got lots to say to the Pittsburgh bench after this as he gets his stick underneath Malkin. Trying to lift his stick, just an accident, but gets it up under his face. And Malkin strong up right there. It happens as guys try to lift the stick. And Taylor Hall was hearing it from the Penguins bench on the way back to the box. And he returned in kind. So Pittsburgh back to the power play where Malkin's already got 1 tonight.
2:42 to go in the period. Pittsburgh 1 for 2 on the power play, a couple of shots on goal. And Crosby, Kessel, Malkin. What talent to be able to throw out there on a power play. And a power play goal in each of the last 6 games. Malkin loses the draw, but the Penguins able to control. This is Kessel looking through. Kessel lays it back to the blue line. Letang walks it up, fires a shot. Lots of traffic down in front, and it hit some of it and didn't make it on target. Letestu comes out and just guides it in. A juicy rebound hopping out there from Zatkoff. Puck played up. Sidney Crosby across. Malkin will chase it up towards the corner. Malkin up there looking for it. Hendricks finds it. Matt Hendricks couldn't get it out. Puck played back to the blue line. Letang to Kessel, looking around, fires it off the boards. Crosby gets it back to Malkin, looking around. Letang back at the blue line. Kessel on the weak side. Puck comes to Hornquist, and trying it from the side there was Crosby. And knocked away, and the puck fired over the glass, and the Oilers will go down 2 men. Ouch.
Yeah, Justin Schultz is trying to make sure to get in the air over the heads of the defenders, and he carries it too far right into the penalty box. And look at the passing it tight. Crosby trying to find Kessel in the back door, and right in front of your net, you're just trying to get over the blue line. And Schultz puts it right in the box. Inside passing here, just catches the toe of Nilsson there. But now it's 5-on-3 for 56 seconds here for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
The Penguins have not scored a 5-on-3 goal this year. The Oilers have not given one up. And an extended look at it here, almost a minute on the 5-on-3 for Pittsburgh. This is Kessel trying to get it across there to the weak side. Crosby was lurking in the weeds just off the edge of the crease, but blocked up there by Nilsson, and he covered it up.
See Crosby calling Malkin. He says he's going to put it right off the boards to him. He does just that, gains full possession, and then watch Crosby drop to one knee to get leverage and give a target. His blow and strength on that stick. Hey, see, Malkin, slide in there. I'm going to put it right off the boards right to you. Okay, I'll do that.
Crosby up on the faceoff and pushes it there, hustling after it and getting to it is Klefbom, and he fires it, and then
oh, you got to get that down the ice.
You do. He hits a player on the Penguins bench instead and gets a whistle.
It was so well done off the faceoff. They won it, moved their feet, little pick on Hornquist, Klefbom on the boards, moved his feet, little pick there, and he had all kinds of time. Keep skating it. It's a big bench here at Glasgow's inside the blue line, but you got to find a gap there to get it down.
2 opportunities to get it out. One goes in the crowd, one goes into the bench. Malkin slides it down low. Kessel, Malkin shooting. That stop scramble, and it's covered up and held by Nilsson.
fought that one off nicely and dug in for that rebound. When you talked about two missed clears, why does Mal make it three? Another one draw here. Good job. And left bomb, that's just too soft. Get it up in the glass or eat it, because that's just like passing to Chris Letang. And then Malkin can tee this one up by Kessel. Why not? And he almost gets it through Nilsson.
30 seconds to go in the 5-on-3 for Pittsburgh. This is Kessel all the way out. Looks around, gets it down for Crosby. Out to Malkin, waiting, shooting, picked off. Nilsson with a little flashing of the glove to grab that.
And sometimes you almost have too much talent on a 5-on-3, because Malkin wants the puck, Crosby wants the puck, Kessel wants the puck. Here's Malkin, drag and pull, and he finally gets it. But prior to that, he wasn't quite sure what Kessel was looking for as Kessel rounded the top of the power play.
Malkin over to Letang, walks in, down low, Kessel back out, Malkin unloads, and that was knocked away. Kessel back to Malkin again, Crosby waits, gets it back, Letang fires a shot, and didn't hit the target. Kessel back in the net, what pressure by Pittsburgh. Malkin in there, shoots off the post, and the puck cleared but not out. Pressure still on, one-man advantage for Pittsburgh. Malkin tried to center it and picked off and cleared down the ice finally by Anton Lander. And that will do it for period number 2. The Penguins' power play will carry over for the first 40 seconds of the third period. What pressure! The Oilers bend, and they do not break. Coming up in the second intermission, it's George in the panel. Along with Saturday's headlines, the score through 2 is Pittsburgh 2 and Edmonton 2. You are watching a hockey night in Canada from Pittsburgh. And welcome back to Pittsburgh. Looking forward to a good third period, all tied up at 2 through 2 as we look ahead to period number 3. And you know, you watch that goal by Evgeny Malkin, Mike, and I always wonder, do the players, and of course you played in the NHL for many...
Eventually get credit for that power play goal. He eventually has. And so we find ourselves all tied up at 2, heading to the third. At 3.
And Pittsburgh starts this period off on the power play. 32 seconds to go in a one-man advantage, which comes at the tail end of about a 1-minute two-man advantage where they had extreme pressure on the Oilers. Malkin works it across. Letang gets it over. This is Kessel looking around. Kessel looking. Hornquist now. Back to Kessel. Back to the line. Letang over. Malkin shoots. Tried the one-timer. It was wrestled down by Nilsson as it came in. May have been tipped in front of him, but he got the better of it. And the puck played down the ice, and the teams are back at even strength.
That's a big kill for Edmonton. Down 5-on-3, extended session. Needed some breaks, some saves, the post, but even things up here. Give themselves a chance in the third.
Most certainly a big kill. And an advantage for the Oilers in that the power play was broken up by the intermission. And the Penguins really pressing, but not able to get one in, so we remain tied at 2. And here comes Nugent Hopkins flying down that right side. Got a wrist shot in there from his off wing and stopped and held and covered up by Zatkov.
And under all that pressure late in the seconds, the Pittsburgh Penguins and Evgeny Malkin almost made it 3-2 as Malkin rang this one short side off the post. And again, this period, another one where he rifles it in on Nilsson. He has been a force. 9 shots, that would be his 10th that he just took on target in this game, plus the misses and the post to go along with it. Best player by far in this game.
Puck into the corner. Everly trying to get it out. Nugent Hopkins poked away. Everly, Nugent Hopkins, and Pouliot out there for Edmonton.
So Jordan Everly's gotten a bump up the lineup, started the night on the third line as a message being sent. We want more out of him. Apparently he's gotten more, and now he's under the second.
Trying to fight his way in there is Platkov. Letang pinched well up from the line, gets it down to the side, but right out in front of the net. And that was Eric Fair who had the chance from right in front. Fair trying to hack it loose there. Chips it up. Cullen going after it. And this is Hall. Taylor Hall will start out. Lots of room as he carries out towards center. Looks over to the middle of the ice. Hall still with it. Fires a wrist shot across. And grabbing it and hanging on was Zatkov.
Big save early in the third period. Hall, I guess.
Back after it. Kane. Puck rolls down. Dupuis. And now Crosby up there to claim the spoils. He's got it in the corner. Works the puck back to the blue line. Lovejoy plays it up. Puck right in front of the net. That was Dupuis who had a chance, but he was being tied up. Battling after that puck is Dumoulin. Plays it around. Dupuis chops over to the far corner. Lundqvist couldn't get there in time. Bain. Back for Klefbom. Hall on the way up. Hall with Draisaitl. Gets it up ahead to him. Draisaitl wasn't able to control the pass. Hornquist coming back the other way. Gets it in over the blue line. Up there after it is Perron. Perron trying to coax it loose. Malkin back towards the blue line, and it got past Adam Glendening. Pass comes up ahead. Malkin with Kessel. Malkin crashing up there, bumping into Sekera. Puck comes out. Korpikoski fired it through the slot, knocked down. Puck comes up to Malkin. And throws it across in front. Back checking on the play. Korpikoski plays it back up ahead. Puck steered across, going for the front of the net. Korpikoski trying to get up there. Puck glove down, stepping up, rising wrist shot by Schultz was knocked down. Trying to get it back towards the front was Kara. Comes out, rifle just wide of the net there by Hendricks. Davidson shoots one, knocked down on the way through. At the line, good job by Davidson to keep it in and tried to get it out to the slot, but the pass broken up by Malkin and cleared. Schultz powers it back in for Edmonton. Oilers on a change. Hendricks was up there looking for him, but the puck played out. Klefbom hustling back to pick it up. Klefbom under some pressure, bumped up there by Kunitz. Trying to force a turnover. Letang steps up, fired it right through the slot. Scuderi tucks it up. Wrist shot comes in, that is stopped. Rebound comes out. Bonino tried to play it back. That was Kunitz who got the scoring chance. Bonino was down there too. Pouliot coming in. He was knocked down. Penalty coming up.
Penalty shot.
It will be a penalty shot for the Oilers.
And Buckmeyer making the call as Pouliot pokes it inside Letang. Long reach, long stride, and absolutely gets his skates taken out first on the dive. Nice little tip play there to get it through Letang. Does take a good angle through the body, goes through the puck, and Benoit Pouliot gets to take him. Penalty shot. Looking for the lead here in the third period. And I like when in doubt, give him the penalty shot, not the power play. Got a great release here, Paul. Watch for the shot.
Fish for the lead. Pouliot. And stop. Zatkov just skipped.
And he trickles in.
Up looking. Plays it back of the net and chopped away from him. Nurse plays it up for Pouliot. Back for Darnell Nurse. One-timer in on goal. Nice save as that right pad flipped out. Like a flip net. Out it came from Zatkov. Back the other way. Wrist shot by Hornquist. Crosby tangled up there with Nugent Hopkins. Lovejoy back to pick it up. And this is Ben Lovejoy. Looks up to his left, now to his right, lays it out ahead. Eric Fair. A little bit of room. Got it in over the blue line, not much further. Klefbom plays it back. Fair hopping up there after it. He and Draisaitl along the boards. Cullen giving chase. And that will be an icing call on Edmonton.
Those Flyers, Alex.
Shot.
In the flame.
Was Zetkov.
Bending.
He's in probably
From dip.
traveling to Detroit.
Pucks down towards jump one. Injuries hurt. I mean, they have
Sidney Crowder, who lost it.
back to the inside. Quick.
Up looking. Tap the corner. Quickly. A little scramble in the corner. Nugent Hopkins over in amongst. And the puck tipped all the way up and ahead. Kessel up looking for it. Darnell Nurse sends it back for Pouliot. Kessel up to Badger him. Here's Everly. Nugent Hopkins up the middle. He gets it to him. Nugent Hopkins trying to tip it in. He gets it in deep. And the Oilers will hustle in a change. Under 8.5 minutes to go in this third period. We are tied at 2. Oilers had a 2-0. Oilers will hustle in a change. Under 8.5 minutes to go in this third game. Malkin. Skating up after Purcell. Puck jabbed up. Hall looking for Purcell. Draisaitl down there as well. Lovejoy chops it out towards center. This is Hall to the blue line. Couldn't come in. Davidson now will give it a try. Gets up to the circle, trying to fire a wrist shot in on goal. It was partially blocked there by Ian Cole. And this is Cole sending it across for Bennett. Bennett can't get it in. Clefbaum. Up ahead. Puck tipped in by Kropachowski. Dumoulin couldn't get it out. Puck chopped towards the goal there by Fane. Knocked down. And back down the ice comes Fair. Plays it up and ahead. Matt Cullen closing up after it. Fane digs it up and around. Scuderi for Chris Letang. Long pass up ahead. Stepping up, little spin move by Cullen. Up back of the net. Platnikov looking for it. Cullen up there to help out. Matt Cullen and Platnikov trying to coax it loose for the Penguins. The puck just cleared down the ice there by Pacarina. Here's Letang. Pass up ahead, Dupuis. Gets it in over the line. Crosby was lurking there on the right side. Pass comes up to Hornquist. Slides it back for Adam Glendening. Both of these teams went to overtime last night. Oh, the puck turnover in front. Backhand shot from point blank by
Sees him. Went over him. He's looking at him. Want to make. They're looking at a pretty good chance against.
This is Pouliot, meanwhile, after the puck. Got it back towards the blue line. Schultz took a swipe at it, but wasn't able to keep it in. Malkin, Kessel, shoots, and nice stop.
Number guy,
Test game tonight. This is Chris, still with it. Finally got it. Bonino in front there, trying to get his stick on it. Still looking. Finally got a shot just wide. Now this is Taylor Hall. Sends it around. And turned over there. Bonino picks it up. Sekera. Draisaitl. Puck will bounce to Taylor Hall. And he just flips it in. Time for a change for Hall and the Oilers. Malkin kicks it to Phil Kessel. Just gave it away there, trying to throw it up the middle. Sort of misfired on the pass attempt. Fired back in by Letestu. And puck cleared up over the glass. And
the year is no longer a
overall pick back in 2013.
Tough sledding when you're the second best athlete of your family. His sister Kia put on a clinic at the Pan Am Games playing basketball for Canada. And she is quite a player.
Here's Sidney Crosby. Lays it up ahead for Scuderi. And he will follow up, giving chase there to Fane. Nugent Hopkins worked it up ahead. Eberle. And Pouliot now able to close on it. Letang playing it back up. And the puck steered deep into Oilers territory. Davidson back to claim it. This is Brandon Davidson. Gets it up ahead crisply to Draisaitl. Here he comes to Hall. And tried to fire a wrist shot, and he just throws what's left of the stick down to the ice in disgust after that scoring chance went away. Puck fired in towards the net, trying to get a stick on it there with Bonino. He's been around the net his last couple of shifts. He's got it now. Bonino back to the goal, bounced along the glass. Still trying to coax it loose with some help from Bo Bennett. They work it, and a good view for you down low as the puck is picked up by Hall. And Hall looking for a way out. Puck picked up now by Davidson. And he will start off. Pass just tipped in by Hendricks. This is Dumoulin. Kessel chops it up ahead. And fired back in by Carrick. Dumoulin ricochets it off the boards. Up there for Kessel, just slashing it across to the far side. Lovejoy taps it all the way down into the Oilers zone. And Pittsburgh getting into change. Under 3 minutes to go in this third period. Puck played in deep. Letestu up looking for it. Here's Glendening to Kessel. And the puck chopped back in by Klefbom. Zadkov gets caught. Oh, the puck came out towards the front. Zadkov was out, and that was Pakarinen, who was wide open and failed to negotiate contact that time. Fane gets it around for Klefbom. He had to step quickly as he had Fair coming in with him in the crosshairs. Eberle. Nugent Hopkins kicks it down the ice. Scuderi back to pick it up. Knocked down at the line. Oh, just came out. Eberle almost able to keep it in.
Sometimes you can be too cute for your own good here. Jeff Zadkov snaps the puck.
Under 2 minutes, Steto in this third period. All tied at 2. Draisaitl steps in. On his off wing, stops, looking around. Draisaitl tried to play it back towards the blue line. Out it comes. Dupuis trying to close the gap on it. Couldn't get there to that puck. Tipped ahead by Hall. Long pass up. Here comes Crosby. And couldn't negotiate his way all the way through. Hall will start back. Hall with Nugent Hopkins. They come to center. Puck is cleared in. Eberle up there looking for it. Puck rolling around. Just pushed in there by Bonino. And wasn't able to maintain possession. Here comes Pouliot creeping in over the line. He's looking for Eberle. That's broken up. Under a minute to go in regulation time. Coming up, Kunitz trying to work it across in front. And goals in their last 5 games. Steelers make it 6.
Left in the third period.
Edmonton to that, get the puck back to point, gets the ball in front. And once Malcolm reloads on this one, gets his head up. Davidson can't react and get back to the shooting lane. And then he picks a spot right over Davidson's leg, and Nilsson's nowhere even close to this one as he blows it by a blocker side. And you gotta respect the tank because he can shoot it. But then Malkin head up and get it by the shot blocker. Such a difficult
Goals for the large hockey arena with large crowd reaction. YouTube and 3 more pages. First at Microsoft Edge Radio.
Stepping in over the line, Dupuis. To Crosby, back up for Dupuis. And now a power play
0%
goal
vertically scroll.
in each of the last 6 games for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Going back. Compliment. 0%
Sometimes you need
vertically.
your top players to step in
Leave menu item check
when your
box.
team's
Check.
not
Goals
doing
scored in large
exactly what they want, and that's what
Banner
Evgeny
banner go.
Malkin has done
Set sign
tonight.
in.
We
YouTube
goes
video
right
player.
from the first shift. He had the
Complimentary
puck on the
landmark.
string.
YouTube
He was
video
around
player.
the net. He was controlling it, playing keep away.
0%
He was
vertically.
playing shinny at times, and then, are you kidding me with this backhand goal for his
Please,
first? A little bit more stock issue for his second. Just like that, Malkin's even things up for his team.
10 points in the last 5+ games for Malkin. And he is rolling tonight. Let's see if the Oilers can steady themselves. They had a 2-0 lead. We're playing well in that first period. See if they can steady the ship and get back on course. Lovejoy fires one up. Crosby will pick it up. Oilers certainly scrambling right now. They're on the back foot. Dumoulin up there deep, looking around. Trying to flash it towards the front of the net, and it comes to Nilsson, who will cover it up.
You've got the Oilers bench yelling, hold it, to Nilsson. They want to slow things down because...
The score. Final score, 4-3.
And the Oilers...
Pittsburgh.
A 2-game winning streak for the Oilers is over.
0% vertically. Pittsburgh.
finally blessed with a bit of luck in a close game as they come out on the good end as Crosby misses his shootout attempt, and that's it.
Nilsson gets out wide, and Crosby fires this one quite a bit wide. And just like that, the Edmonton Oilers can celebrate their first win on this road trip. A hard-fought game, and Anders Nilsson deserves lots of credit. He was good, had to face down some pretty good shooters with some pretty good opportunities, and he was up to the task.
Back-to-back shootout games for the Oilers. They lost last night. They come out on the positive end of things tonight. A 3-2 win over the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's the story here.